baby. 9 times out of 10. You lost your dog, you been through it all, I know how they feel, yeah. Got a hole in my heart, I'm forever scarred, but somehow I still care. Know they thought I would fall, but I'm standing tall and look at me still, yeah. And whenever I call, my niggas gon' come if they in a wheelchair. Feel like dodging the hate today, I'm probably gon' ride in the Charger. Thinking about the mistakes I made, I get in my mood and go harder. If I stay on my pace and stay in this lane, I'll be harder than law. I don't know how I did what I did, I'm just thinking.
Yo, what's good, man? We back, GBD. It's been a while, but we back. We got a special guest today. My boy KJ right here.
A little bit of the difference. Number 3 up for the four.
Anderson back to Smith. Harris.
All that, where you from, what you doing right now, and then we'll get right into everything.
Yes, sir, let's get it.
My name Kajarius Harris. People call me KJ. I'm from Greensboro, Georgia, and play point guard right now. Just trying to figure out and navigate the pro route. And that's what we're doing right now.
So you said that we got my boy all the way from Georgia. That's love for the show. So you just touched on that a little bit, but so you're from Georgia. How did that influence you in life and playing basketball? Start from the beginning.
I feel like it influenced me, especially like where I'm at now. It influenced me because like we just play basketball. Like growing up, we play basketball all day, every day. Like we'll go probably from outside court, then we go to a recreation, then we might go to a high school gym, then we might have another session at another gym. It's just always like a basketball hoop session deep. You might have people come from like different areas. Like some people might come from Athens, some people might come from Millersville, some people might come from, you know what I'm saying, Atlanta. Some people they come from anywhere. Putnam County people just come from everywhere. And a lot of people don't know because we don't get like a lot of like, because I moved from the city, we don't get like a like exposure down like in the country. So like even like a high school and many other ways, like we got hoopers too. We got guys that have like played professional stuff like that, but you probably never even hear about them. But you might see him in like a hoop video or like a box life video, or you might see him like on ESPN or something like that, and you see where they're from, and then people like where they from, but that's in the country. So I just feel like just playing down here gave me like that chip on my shoulder, like being an underdog, because not a lot of people like respect us down here or even just know about it. So it make you want to go that much harder because, you know, we ain't got much. So when you get an opportunity, like, you know, you gotta go crazy. We ain't really get, you know what I'm saying? We ain't really got much attention.
That's facts. I feel like down south they don't get too much love with hooping. I know it's big on football. So did you ever play football growing up?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I tried to play football recreation. I got hit one time. I was like, that ain't for me. No, we play basketball. That wasn't for me. I hit one time, that wasn't for me. I put that down quick.
For sure. So what you were saying, like the city, like you saying the Atlanta, like that's where you was from originally and you moved out to the country, you saying? Or like what city you was from at first?
So at first I was from I was born in and we stayed there for a few years. I was born in Decatur. It's probably like it's not too far outside the actual city of Atlanta, but that's where I was from then because my grandmother was down here. So my mom, rest of my family moved down here. My mom, my sister, and then my dad. We had moved down here. I had a lot of family up here, so it was a bit better for just my mom to get help and stuff like that.
Okay. And then you had went to high school where?
I had went to high school at Lake Oconee Academy. I was at Greensboro, Green County High School first. Not high school, but I was at Green County. And then in 8th grade, before I went to 9th grade, my mom had made a decision that I was going to go out there just for like better opportunities and stuff like that. But I didn't really want to do that though, because I'm not going to say like it's a little different. Like it was more people that are not my color that was out there. And so it wasn't really many people, like black people out there. So it was like a culture shock. And then I wasn't really open-minded, but that was probably like the best decision like my mom ever made for me because I ain't even make my middle school team. Like I didn't even get a chance to my middle school team. So going out there, that was like my first time like playing on a team for real. Like my first time playing like an organized team, not like a recreation team, nothing like that.
So yeah, that's a little different from where we're from because we're one of the only states I really think that's like diverse, I guess you could say. Like there's white people, black people, like we all living together. So is that how it is in Georgia? Like if you're gonna be in a certain section, it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be a black section, it's gonna be a white section. Like you know what I'm saying? Is it really like that for real?
Yeah. I mean, like obviously, like when you in the city, like it's different. It's different because when my sister stayed in the city, like you'll come outside one side of the whole complex, they might be Mexican, and then the other side you might have some people that are Asian. Like it'd be different, but more so as you get toward like the country and rural areas, you might have towns that you already know that are kind of like they white, they might be black. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna always have like your little mix of races here and there, but I'm not gonna say it's not segregated, but it's like you can tell the differences when you go to different places. Like you can already just tell when you go to places. So
Okay.
So I know you say you moved to North Carolina. So what was the biggest difference in hoops between Georgia basketball and North Carolina basketball?
well nah, actually it's funny. A lot of people say that, but like Greensboro, Georgia, not North Carolina. We got a Greensboro too.
Oh, that's crazy. All right.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that. So a lot of times people be like North Carolina, like nah, I be like Greensboro, Georgia. People be like, I ain't never heard of that before.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
Nah,
Yeah.
see, yeah,
Wow.
nah, me neither.
I'm
I ain't
thinking
know the
North
other thing
Carolina.
either.
All right.
Facts.
Nah, but
Nah, it's probably like it's like an hour away from Atlanta. It's probably like an hour away,
Oh,
straight
okay.
shot.
so where'd you
Yeah,
say you
like
went
an
to
hour
high school?
away. Lake Oconee Academy.
How was that for you? How was that experience?
Man, like that experience, like I said at first, I really didn't like it, and I remember like my first few days of school, like my mom came to pick me up, and I wouldn't talk to her. Like I just didn't say words to her. She's like, "You okay?" and stuff like that, and I didn't talk to her because like it was just different. I didn't like it. I felt so out of place. Like I felt so out of place. You know what I'm saying? Especially like you walk in the halls and stuff like that. You don't really see too many people like yo. You know what I'm saying? Like your skin color, like they really can relate to you. So it's like almost like I feel out of place. I don't like it here. Then you go. I passed by the high school that's near my house while my friends went to school at, and it's just like I don't know. I was just sad. I just really didn't really like it. But as time grew on and stuff like that, that was probably like one of the best decisions like I ever made. Like best decision I ever made, like hands down. Because I don't even think I would have got that far if I would have went to any other place, any other school. Like
Mm,
so, that was really a good decision.
Nah,
funny.
I feel you. I feel you because I was in a similar position. I didn't go to public school. I went to private school, so I always felt like I was missing out with my friends. Being with the people that I really knew me. I felt like I couldn't be myself. So do you have that similar experience? Did you feel like you were missing out on certain things, like being with your people?
Yeah, I most definitely missed out on that because I mean, the high school now is bigger. Like it's way bigger because now when I go back to the high school, like to work out, to play pickup with kids, anything like that, use the weight room, it's like a college camp. But it ain't look like that for me. So it was way different because people didn't notice like at first, like they had no football team. So like we went to football games, had to go back to the school that's near me, see my friends stuff have, you know what I'm saying? Then it's just like the weight room at first, we didn't have a weight room. So like when you're coming to the school, like you coming down the road, it's like a little light. You coming, it's like a bunch of buildings, it's like a Thai restaurant and some more stuff. And then like at the end, we had like a little weight room. Over here, they had the weight room in the school. So like you can get done with class, do anything like that. You can just go work on your game. You can go lift or you can do anything like that. I ain't had that. But then too, at first, like me not having a car, I had to catch rides to the weight room or something like that, or you know what I'm saying? Then gym access too, like trying to find gym access at first, that was really hard. So that was
Nah,
a little
facts.
shock at first. So I had to really just like find out different ways, like to really like work on my game and stuff like that.
I feel you,
So
and I'm glad you said that. I know you said the social aspects of it was challenging, but once the season started, did you feel like you more comfortable because people like saw how good you were at basketball?
at first, like I'm gonna be honest, I really was like nervous because it's one of those things like you always say, like what you gonna do? You get an opportunity, you get a chance. Like what you gonna do? Till you really get out there, you really get a chance that's in front of you. So I feel like for me, like going through practices and stuff like that, I kind of had to like prove myself because before they was moving to like playing like public schools when I got there, but before that they were playing like more like small like private schools. So they were used to beating up on people. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm coming over. I haven't played. They know I haven't played before, so it's just like every day in practice I had to like take that challenge of like, you know what I'm saying? Prove myself like I deserve to be here. That's one, and then two, I had a chip on my shoulder. Like I said, I didn't make my middle school team, and I'm just gonna be honest, like people that was around, even county stuff like that, just watching the games even when I wasn't playing, I was like, I feel like I'm better than them. I can do the same thing that they can do. So like once I kind of like put my stamp on stuff, and I was like, I feel like I'm the best player here. Then my work ethic too. First one in the gym, last one to leave. I was getting up in the morning, and that time I wasn't driving, so like my mom had to take me. So I was going to practice to just work out. Probably like I get up at like 5, and then I was telling my mom like take me to the gym, do all that. Then go to class. Then even like we didn't have conditioning and stuff like that. I was still be in the gym afterwards, 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night, sometimes later than that. And so I feel like that was kind of like the thing that kind of changed because it was like, okay, now I see like I got the opportunity. Now I see like everybody after they see like I play basketball and good and I got the work ethic, then it's like, okay, kind of like everybody got behind me. And then that's when everything I felt like changed because it really felt like a community. Like everybody started supporting. Like everybody was support. Like even the little kids, like because the way the school set up, we had like a lower school, and then you had like the middle school, and you had the high school and stuff like that. So then at that point, everybody was just like supporting. Like everybody supporting the little kids would come, they knew your name. Like that's when I felt real love for real. So I feel like that's when it changed though. I had to come in every day to practice. I had to like put a stamp on stuff because I ain't played before. Prove something to myself too. Like I could hoop.
That's love. How was the competition level? Were you able to get the exposure that you wanted to get to the level that you wanted to get to?
At first it was rough. Like at first it was rough because we were still playing public schools, but the way it is in Georgia, you go 1A all the way up to 7A. 7A being like those big schools, like you see guys like Colin Sexton or Isaiah Collier, Stefan Castle, the one that's at
Ashton too,
UConn.
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Ashton Hagens too, right?
Oh yeah, Ashton. Yeah, Ashton and Newton. Yeah, Ashton and Newton. I used to go watch them play a lot. But yeah, Ashton and Newton. So like you got 7A and stuff like that. So they usually get like the most exposure. You usually got kids that's going top 100. You got the AAU teams already up there in the city too that's already scanning looking at kids. So you got teams like the Georgia Stars, Southern Stampede when they were down here.
Mhm.
So even just on AAU, I didn't even play AAU till like my 11th grade summer. So like it was hard to get exposure at first. And then I would say we started playing like we still played good teams and but it was just a different level probably when I got to about 11th grade. It was probably a different level then because in 9th grade they started like we was first class. Like when I graduated, I was first class that graduated from my high school. So we started off with JV. So then it was going up to 11th grade. Then that's when more competition came. We ended up playing some guys like Devin Butts, rest in peace. So he just died, I think, this past year. But he was in the ESPN Top 100. We played Clarence Jackson. Yeah, I think he's at New Mexico State right now. We played Trey Gamillion. He was just at Missouri. I think he's gonna go pro. So then we started playing different guys like that. And so then it was just a different competition level. And so I ain't gonna lie, that was even different to me too because it's like you got to play those guys like every night. It wasn't like you can get like a night off. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of some rough games. It was some rough games out there. It was like I just looked bad and I was just like, what can I do like to change this up? So competition level was definitely different. Competition level was definitely different at that time.
Okay. And then what happened? So you go through all the trials and tribulations. You say you didn't play AU till 11th grade. So what was that recruiting process like? Because I know it's different in the South. There's a lot more schools. There's a lot more D2s, a lot more NIA schools and JUCOs than up here. So how was that recruiting process like?
The recruit process for me, it really was hard because I'm seeing people that I played against, even at the 1A level, they getting JUCO looks or NAIA looks. And I know personally, I can look back at games and I know I probably played a lot better than them or just had the same level. But some people I just killed. And I see them get write-ups and I get nothing. I don't get anything. I don't think I got my first real write-up. I got one write-up before my 11th grade year, but I didn't get anything really until my senior year. And it still wasn't in comparison. So I just had to really remind myself, I don't care what school it is, as long as I just get one, then I'm gonna be cool. I just need one school. that was the thing my dad kept trying to like instill in me. Like it don't matter what school takes a chance on you, as long as you get to school and you do what you're supposed to do, then you be fine. But the recruit process was hard though, because it seemed like at one point everybody was getting an offer, a look, or invite here or invite there, and I didn't get anything. So it was a lot of times in the gym, like I was just like, I want to be done with it, because just like there's no way I put in this much work and I don't get nothing. Like I don't even get a text, I don't get a look, I don't get anything. So that was tough, especially with my size and stuff too, being like 5'8", 5'9". It was so hard. My athletic director, Chris Engel, he played Division I football at NC State. I think he was on cover at ESPN Illustrated. He was trying to help me get looks. It was always the same. Oh, he's too small, not strong enough. Can he shoot? Competition is so. What's his AAU schedule? And I don't want to play I don't want to play in the AAU. So it's just like it was really rough. It was rough. It was like a rough time period for me.
So then, how did you end up getting that look? Because I know you ended up going to where Bruton and Parker, right?
Yeah, Bruton Parker.
So how
So it was
that look come about? Okay.
It was crazy because the team, they had did like a clinic at our school when they used our gym. So I didn't even know this, but I was ended up talking to some of the players. I forgot what I was doing that day. But I ended up talking to some of the players, and I had got cool with one of the players. And so then we started talking. I was showing them like my highlights and stuff like that. And then we had kept in touch. So then, like toward the end of the season, I had got like a few looks. I started to get some looks, but it wasn't nothing concrete. It was all just, you know what I'm saying, we'll keep on the lookout for you. You know how you get the messages, like, when coaches like really looking at you for real, and when they just see something, so you know what I'm saying, you leave them alone. So then I ended up getting connected with the assistant coach at the time, Stephen Birchfield. And then we ended up setting up a workout and a visit. And then we did like an hour long workout. That's probably the most tired I had been. We did ball handling, shooting. I think we did some competitive stuff, and then I had got offered at the end of the workout. So
Okay.
by the head coach.
And then that was okay. And then that was where you ended up going, right?
Right. I signed.
But that okay.
It's April 2018. I had signed there, and it was just like them the only people that really gave me like a real concrete like offer. So then I had signed there.
But then that's not where you ended up finishing. You ended up going to a different school, right? In Arkansas, right?
Yeah, I ended up going to Champion Christian College in Arkansas, and then this past semester I was at Barclays College in Haviland, Kansas.
So talk about those two transitions. How did you end up at Champion, and how did you go from Champion to Barclay?
Well, like my first year of college, before I even had went down there, it kind of got a little crazy because the head coach that had recruited me, I don't know if he got fired or if he really left just to like coach high school, but that's who I thought I was gonna play up under. And then probably like maybe a few months before I got to campus, like he had called me and he had called me crying, and he was like telling me that he wasn't my coach no more, that it was somebody else and stuff like that. So in my head, I'm already thinking like, this, I don't know how this is gonna turn out. But my dad was like, you was gonna have to go from high school to college anyway. Like you was gonna be playing for a different coach anyway. So he was gonna have to learn a whole new system and stuff. So we still gonna go down there. So I was like, okay, cool. And so man, I get down there, and I ain't gonna lie, like that was my first time for real being away from home too. Mentally, I struggled. I wasn't ready physically. To be honest, bro, I probably weighed like, I think I got to school, bro. No lie, like just no lie. I think I got to school. I was like 110 pounds, like maybe 100, maybe 105, maybe 110 pounds, bro. Like no, like soaking wet.
That's crazy.
And then like, bro, I was little. So that was one thing I constantly struggled with that. Then it was just like getting used to a whole new schedule, because people don't even talk about that college ground, bro. It's different. So I had 8 a.m. too. We were doing 3 days. I'm getting up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock. Just my sleep schedule, because I ain't gonna lie, I was staying up all night playing the game, playing 2K. I was up all night. Then I had to go to class. Then we had like a lift. and then we'll probably run again. Then we had to play pickup, and I just had a whole bunch of homework and stuff. I just had all that going on, and I called my mom like in the middle of like probably before like the second month. I called her. I was feeling everything too. I had called her. I was like, "Hey, mom, I don't think I'm gonna do this. Like, you might have to come get me." Like, okay. So it really was a struggle just to get on the court, and then once I finally kind of got in the group, I started figuring stuff out. The head coach had already told us that he wasn't gonna be coming back. That he wasn't gonna be coming back. We didn't even know who was gonna be. So I was like, man, this is gonna be 3 coaches in 1 year. And then I was just real honest with myself. I think I just need a fresh start. Like I just need a fresh start. And so I was just looking for different places to go after that. And so then my trainer, Brandon Johnson at the time, he ended up getting in contact with Coach Epps. And it's funny now because he coaches at Broome Park now. That's funny. He coaches at Broome Park now. But I ended up going out there. And just going out there, that was a good decision for me too, because I got to learn to like really be away from home. Because you go from like being an hour and 32 hours away, I end up being like 10 hours away from home. So like if something was wrong, so if something went wrong, I couldn't just be like, I'm finna go home. I had to really stay there. I can't leave shit. If I'm going to August, it ain't like I can just give me a flight or they can drive 10 hours. So I had to learn to stay and fight and deal with a lot of stuff, like get minutes, just like learning how to be ready when your numbers call. Like, that was probably being a champion. That's probably some of the best players I've been around too. Like, I was around some real dogs like AJ Williams, Braylon Hawkins, like them two being the best. Like, I played with some really good players, so I feel like they helped me when I'm in this phase now. Because now that I'm trying to go pro, or I'm in like that space, it's like now that I've been in a position where I get a lot of minutes, and I've been in a position where I didn't get minutes. So it's like now I know how to like go through like that grind and not get defeated when it's like, okay, I'm not playing. So I can look in the mirror and be like, what am I doing? Like that I'm not getting on the court. What am I doing? Like what do I have to do? Because coming from high school, people don't even talk about it too, how much you got to change your game. Because like I always had the ball in my hand. So if I want to shoot, I'm gonna shoot. I want to pick and roll, I'm gonna do that. If I whatever play I want to run, coach said run this play. If I don't like that play, I'm like, nah, we're gonna run this play. To where you an actual system is like, okay, I gotta play defense. Okay, I gotta make sure I get him the ball. So it's just like I had to really simplify my role, like really figure myself out.
And I know that.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go first.
After I had left, I had graduated champion last year. So after I had left champion, then I was just telling myself, like, I just need one season. I just need another season, and I feel like if I can show enough in just one season to be able to like make that jump and try to go pro. Because that was always my goal. That was always my goal. So I was like, I just need one chance just to like really kind of like showcase what I can kind of do. So then that's when I ended up getting in touch with. He don't coach there anymore either. He coaches women basketball at Dallas Christian. But Coach G, he gave me the opportunity. They had lost a couple players and stuff like that. Needed a guard. I felt like that was just like a perfect situation for me. And then I went there this past semester, had like a solid year. So then that's when I was just like, that was just the end of it all. I felt like I had did enough for what I needed to do.
That's what's up. And you touched on it. I was gonna say, so I know you graduated. Congratulations on that. But what? Yeah, for real. What are the next steps for trying to get to that pro level? Because I know you said that's what you're trying to figure out right now. What are you working on to get there overseas, right?
Right. So the first thing, like I said, I've had people and like friends do it, but I ain't never, I don't know, like I ain't never been through it myself. Like it's different whenever you go through something yourself. It was like kind of like when I was trying to get recruited. I ain't really have a family member or nobody I just call them. I had like try to figure it out myself. But I went through like trying to figure out an agent. I had a little bad agent experience at first, real bad agent experience at first. Then somebody actually, his name was Greg. He played at Barclays. He plays overseas, And it was funny because we played him my first year at Champion. His Barclay had played us. And so we kind of like remembered each other, and then he had came to a game. He ended up helping me, and he sent me like a list of different agencies. Then one night he sent me a Baseline Sports, the one that I signed with. He sent me them, and so I was trying to get in contact with them. When I finally got in contact with them, then we just kind of like came up with a plan and stuff like that. And so getting the agent, that was like the biggest part. It took me like 3 months to find a good one, because there's a lot of people out here that just be trying to scam for money, anything like that. So I finally got an agent though. So I've been signing them probably for like a few weeks.
Now that you have an agent, you starting to look for like different combines and stuff like that. That's like the next type thing you're gonna do.
Yeah, right now I do got I kind of got like a few offers on the table that I can take.
Okay.
But free agency, I think my agent told me free agency ends October 1st. And that's like a month away. So just trying to figure out like what's the best route for me, because they'll tell you everything that you need to know. They'll like show you everything. He actually texted me right before I got on with y'all. But they'll let you know everything that you need to know, and it's just like what they think is best for you. But at the end of the day, like you got to make that decision, because it's based off you. They represent you. And I got a couple of workouts and stuff. that I'm gonna go to before I make like my final decision. So
Yeah.
Well, that's what's up, man. Sounds like a lot of hard work and dedication.
It's definitely not easy, trying to be a pro, trying to get overseas. But as long as you got the right people in your corner, man, you definitely go succeed. Because from what I'm hearing, bro, you got a great work ethic, bro. You started from the bottom, bro. Started from being a nobody to, make it to where you're at now. And now you got the opportunity to be a professional basketball player. So that's the goal, man. That's the goal. So I salute you.
That's exciting.
But hey, man, we got to wrap it up soon. So we're about to ask this question we ask everybody. Your top 5 artists in rotation right now.
And it's gonna be interesting
top
too,
five
because you from a different
south.
place than us. Nah, facts.
Man, number one will always be number one. It's gonna be Lil Baby. That's number
I
one.
knew
For
it.
me.
I already
Gotta be Baby, bro. Hold on, quick question. Bro, you still rocking with Gunna?
You saying am I still rocking with Gunna?
Yeah.
Ooh, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I still hear a lot in gyms and stuff. I still hear it a lot, but he was like top 2 for me. He was always in my top 5, but he kind of like fell out. He kind of fell out. He kind of fell out. Because I love the yeah. He kind of fell out.
So we got Baby. Who else?
Okay, so it's Baby's number one off top. Baby always gonna be number one. Number 2 that I probably listen to a lot, it's gonna be Dirt.
Dirt, all right.
I love Lil Dirt. I was listening to Dirt back when he was making This Ain't What You On Bang Bros. So
Facts.
You know.
Facts.
Yeah.
No about that.
Yeah, I used to listen to all the Lil Dirt. I used to listen to all the Lil Dirt.
Facts.
Future.
Okay.
Future. Yeah, gotta have Pluto in there. Future.
Absolutely.
Y'all got me with this one. This is tough. I'm gonna put Thug.
Got to. That's a goal.
Put Thug in there.
Last one.
For sure. Man. Drake.
That's tough. I like that.
See, it go like this. Lil Baby's my number one, but any of the others, they can go in any order depending on the day. Like, depending on how I'm feeling that day.
Okay.
When I'm an honorable mention, bro, I'm going to have to say Rod Wave because he really be talking. I'm going to have to say Rod Wave because he really be
That's
talking.
the guy right there, for real.
All right there.
Yeah,
so,
I'm gonna have to say Rod Wave.
That's a fact. Well, shoot. That's a wrap. KJ, my guy, I appreciate you. Salute, for real. I wish you the best of luck in everything, bro.
Everything,
no
bro.
cap.
Yeah, man, we have to get back on here in like some months.
Nah,
We
facts.
gotta get back
When
in
you
here.
overseas, you gotta
I
show
gotta
us
get
what
back.
it's like a different country for real.
Facts, bro. We need that experience.
All right, we're gonna lock in there. We're gonna lock in there for sure.
For
Sure,
sure.
sure.
Oh my gosh.
So
That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's a wrap. I appreciate
All
everybody
right,
tuning in.
appreciate you.
We're gonna try to get more, you know what I'm saying? Episodes coming, content coming for y'all, but appreciate GBD, the podcast. You know that. Salute. We out.
Baby, 9 times out of 10. You lost your dog, you been through it all, I know how they feel, yeah. Got a hole in my heart, I'm forever scarred, but some